Sorry guys, I gotta pet my pooch for a little bit. It's almost like she acts like she never gets any loving. Hey everybody, how you doing? Mark here, standing in my backyard doing a little bit of a gear change, okay? I'm kind of doing a bit of an update and an upgrade to my system. If you saw this video here, you will have seen me go out for just a 2-night camping trip, and it was a wonderful little trip, it really was. But I ended up with rain, and the rain actually ended up leaking into my tent. After the trip, I looked at the tent real close, and if you see this video here, you'll see all the seam repair I did to it, and retaping it, and sealing, and putting spray on it to help waterproof the materials. And then if you saw this video here, you will see that during my latest camping trip, that my repairs and all my work in the tent still leaked. I'm not saying that the tent is no good anymore, because it did do fairly well. I mean, I got rained on for like 4 hours before the materials actually started getting saturated and was leaking through, but I did have a couple of seams that I could easily seam seal, and those would probably be fine. But I had other issues with that tent, so I just wanted to upgrade a little bit and just get a little something bigger, because that is a 2-man tent, and once you get all your gear in there, it's very crowded. So I wanted to get something bigger, and this is what I got. I got the Hooligan 4. This is by Coleman, and yeah, this is a 4-man tent, very heavy. It's over 12 pounds. I want to say 12 pounds, like 4, 5, 6 ounces, something like that. But I have not set this up yet. I want to go through it with you guys and show you what this tent is like. I've seen plenty of videos online about people showing off this tent, but you never really get to see anybody in the tent, how big it is in comparison to the people, okay? I am 6.5 feet tall, 275 pounds. I want to see how well I'm going to fit in this tent. So let's set it up. Oh, and don't forget guys, I have not set this tent up yet. I don't even know what I'm doing, so it's probably going to take me a little while, okay? So I wanted to let you guys know that the only thing I've done to this tent so far is I removed it from its main outer box. I've also taken the actual tent out of the box that's inside the pack, okay? Yeah, they wrap the tent separately in its own box, and then they have an outer box around the bag here. So that's all I've done. Oh, and there's also 2 little fabric ties that went around the back, around the tent, and I've taken those off as well. So right now there's nothing else around the tent, but that's the extent of me prepping this tent, okay? So let's set this thing up. I hope you guys won't lose audio. All right. So there are a couple of pages in here. This one is your warranty, and then sewn to the liner here are actual setup instructions. But you know me, I'm a guy, I don't read directions. Okay, so let's get this unrolled. All right, so I know that the red is going to be my fly, so I'm going to set that over there for now. This one will be my stakes. I'll set that there for now. Here are the stakes. Those are my poles, sorry. These are my stakes, and there's quite a few of them in here. But for now, I just want to focus on the actual tent. Missy, you gotta move. You gotta move. I told you you gotta move. Wow, this thing is huge. Look at the size of this. All All right, I think I'm gonna have to go get Missy and put her in the house so she's not in my way. Come on, let's go. Inside. Inside, let's go. Look at that, my tent moved while I was in there. All right. Oh. As you can tell, it's a little breezy, so yeah, I'm gonna have to be fighting the wind just a wee little bit here. But let's get the tent body staked down. Wow. Look at all those stakes, holy cow. Okay. I'll go around to each corner, pulling the tub floor nice and tight. Now, I want to go around just to make sure there's no other tent stake things for me to put onto. And I see one here. I'll probably have one on this side too. Yep. And I don't see any under this edge here. So I'm going to put the rest of these down for now. Next, I'm going to grab my poles. And I believe this is a 3-pole setup. I've got this small pole here. It's in 3 pieces. It looks like it kind of maybe holds up an archway or something. A gray pole here. And I think this will be technically my 3rd pole. And then in this bundle are my 2 main body poles. This is a standard body pole here. So I'm going to lay that over there. I'm going to take body pole number 1. And these have a continuous sleeve that goes all the way across. So yep, just keep on feeding it through. If it snags like it just did on me there, don't sit there and keep pushing, you know, work on it a little bit. Usually just flipping it up like that will unsnag the end of the pull from the material. I'm going to push this all the way through. And then down here in the corner here, you got this little post that's attached to this ring, and there's my ground stake right there, holding that ring down. Take that post and slide it into the bottom of the tent pole itself, just like that. Okay, so I got the first pole slid all the way through and anchored onto that corner. I'm going to do the same thing on this pole now. Just slide it through. Again, kind of be ginger with it, guys. All right, come down here, help guide it through the rest of the way. Going to come back over to this corner, and same thing as doing that corner. Just locate that pin and put it into the tent pole just like that. This is where it's going to get a little tricky for one person to set up, because I want to lift up this pole, put that post into the rod, go around, make sure all my corners are still in, and they are not. There. Wow, look how tall the tent is. Gotta remember, I still haven't read the directions yet. Now I'm going to take the small rod here and put it together. Okay, so the small rod here has another little sleeve right here. This is your ventilation window. And we'll just slide it all the way through that sleeve. Come on. There we go. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on that camera or not, but there's a little grommet right here, and we're going to put that end into that grommet. Try not to get that string into the grommet. Then I'll do the same thing down here. There's a little hole, just place it in just like that. And there we go. Now we got our ventilation window here. So we can open that up if we need to. So that's cool. I like that. That was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be too. All right, so now I've got the gray pole and I'm going to put this one together. I'm going to lay that across the front, just like that. Now, just a little far back from this corner is another ring and post, and we're going to just put the post into the pole here. I'm not really seeing anything that this is supposed to go through. I see little holes here, but I don't know if I need to put this through those holes or not. Just put the post in the pole on this side. I'm just going to leave it leaned up against the tent right now. Wow, I can't believe how big that is. I think the measurements for the tent were supposed to be 9 by 7. But I thought that included the vestibule, but maybe I'm wrong. You know what, let me give you a tour of the tent as is right now. The door has a two-way zipper. So, door is fully closed that way. And I can close it up going this way as well. That's why I'm saying it's got two-way zipper. So I could open this up. Look at how big that doorway is. It is the complete side of the tent. And then if I wanted to, I could just zip it up along the bottom and zip the whole door closed. That's awesome. That way I don't have some little pinch point for the zippers to meet. This is going to be a complete palace, guys. Look at this. I can barely reach the top of the tent sitting down. So they say it's 9 by 7. So I've got plenty of room before my head hits the wall. My feet are good, probably foot or more from that wall. Of course, I could lay this way too if I wanted to. Of course, I'll be a lot closer to the walls and whatnot. Yeah, so I don't think I'll lay this way. Trying to see if there's anything wrong with the materials. I've heard of people getting tents and the tent they get has a hole in the screen or in the sidewalling. All the seams look good. They're not blown out. They're not coming off. I've heard of that too. Now, I want to give a one con to this tent, and that is if it's raining when you're setting up, your tent's going to get wet. Look at all this mesh, okay? And you cannot set this up underneath the fly. You got to get the tent first and then put the fly on top of it. The door does roll up. And you got the little toggle here to keep it open. Got one up here as well. All right, so yeah, let me bring you guys down here so you can actually see the inside of this tent. God, this is big. This is huge. I'm actually standing slunched over, and I can actually do this for a little bit. You know, I'm slunched over, my back is, I don't know if you can tell, my back is right along the top mesh, but my legs are actually locked. My knees are straight, so that's cool. Yeah, look at that. I can barely reach the top when I'm sitting. God, this is a palace, it really is. But these are your little pockets here that I was telling you about. Not much can go in those. And then you got another one over there. This is really nice, guys. This is going to be a real nice change of pace. All right, let's get the fly on and see what this thing looks like with the fly on, because it's got a huge vestibule too. All right, guys, so I've used 6 stakes to stake out the tent. I've got a ton more, so that means that they're all for the rain fly. And people complain that the rain fly is as big as the tent. Well, yeah, this is solid material where the tent is mostly all mesh. So that's why this is most of your weight right here and the bulk of your tent as well. I want to open this up, find out where the zipper is for the door. So that's what this right here is. That's my door. I'm going to take this and just heave it up and over as best I can. All right, I'm going to bring you guys a little closer and show you what I'm looking at here. Okay guys, so this is my vestibule pole, or my rainfly pole, or support or whatever. And we got all these little Velcro straps attached, and we got to put all those on. I'm not sure how many there are. I want to say there's probably about maybe 6 or so. So we'll just go around the whole tent, or at least down this pole, and put all these little Velcro tabs on. They don't have to go on very tight or anything like that. All right, now I'm gonna pull out the fly, and there are loops down here. And we just put those in. All right guys, now all I gotta do is go around. There's more Velcro tabs to go around. There's one here where this opening is. Just stick it in there and Velcro it closed, and just keep working your way down the tent. Okay, so the next one down is right at the bottom of the pull sleeve. Again, just pull it nice and tight and wrap the Velcro around, and that pull sleeve will keep it from sliding up. There's one more just at the very end of the corner. So we'll do this very last one. It doesn't go through a hole or anything like that, so you just put it on there, and then you take the little S hook here, and we're going to clip that through the ring. So just like that, got that ring down there. You guys are probably having a hard time seeing it through all this grass, but yeah, it just hooks onto that ring right there, and that's it. That's nice and tight. Okay, so all you gotta do now is go around to all 4 corners and do the exact same thing. You get the one that's halfway up, you got the one that's just below the pull sleeve, and then you got the one that's way down at the corner. Just make sure all those Velcro straps are secure. Make sure that that little hook is on the pole, or on the that little ring that's down there on the ground. And then we can start now staking out the fly itself, you know, get it away from the body of the tent. All right, let's do that. All right, so here's a stakeout for the back of the tent. There are 2 stakeouts for the sides. So there's one there. There's one there. And these are bungeed, so you don't have to worry about the tightness of them and stuff. So if you just kind of give it a little snug fit, then everything will be nice. Of course, there are 2 on this side. Just like that. Okay, so we got all the fly staked out, all the pullouts are pulled out. The vestibule cover is in place. We still got a few more tent pegs here, but those are for the guy lines. And you know what? Let's just guy it out and see how sturdy this thing gets. All right guys, so I got the tent all guy lined out. I actually have an extra tent stake. That's cool, I got an extra. And yeah, these things aren't like super high quality, but I think they're gonna be good enough for most of the type of camping I do. I will see if they give me any problems going into like a gravelly tent spot or something like that, you know, a campsite. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I want to get in and see if there's something I need to do with that that vent. I'm wondering if that that pole has to be inside of a sleeve or something, because I don't think we put it in. So let's go in the tent now. I am noticing this. For as tall as that tent is, look how far down the door is. So yeah, that's kind of a small little doorway right down there. Kind of not liking that. All right, but again, let's get inside. That's not bad. Now, one of the features that they have for this door is that you can roll it up, and then in here there's actually a little pocket, so you can actually take this and shove it in the pocket and keep it out of your way, just like that. But look at this. Now that I'm just sitting up, and look how low the door is. Just don't know if I like that. Okay, even from sitting here, I can tell that we were supposed to put that post around something. Okay, so yeah, we missed a little Velcro tab in there, so let's do that. Okay, so right there is what I missed, that little Velcro going around the small pole sleeve right here. So now the that vent hood is pulled out the way it's supposed to be. All right, let's go inside. Okay, so truthfully, going through that isn't that bad. That's really no lower than my previous tent's entryway, so yeah, that's not bad. So yeah, it's a bit to set this up, you know, and I'm not used to it, and it's warm today, so I'm sweating. But yeah, there's just a lot of little Velcro tabs and stuff like that, and all the different stakes and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff to do for this tent. I want to say that it's an entry-level type tent, but the difficulty on getting this set up, I think it's a little beyond entry level. But it's nice. I like it. I really do. It is a little warm in here, even with the vent open, and the doors wide open, and that door is wide open. But I can feel a little bit of a breeze. So yeah, this isn't this isn't bad. You know, considering how much work I just did to set all this up, this isn't bad. It's really not. By the way, did I show you how big this vestibule is? Look at this thing. I mean, oh my God, you could look at this. Look how big this thing is. I mean, I'm right at the door here, and stretching out, I can barely touch the fly. It's just huge. I could technically put something in this vestibule, but I don't think I need to. I don't see a reason to. You know, actually, I get more of a breeze with that door closed than I did with it open. I can feel the air coming through underneath I can feel it coming underneath all there. And I can also feel some coming through the top vent up here. I can actually feel wind rushing in. So yeah, this is nice, guys. This is really nice. I can't wait to actually get this out and test it. I mean, give it a full testing, you know, multiple nights. And in fact, that's one of the things I've got planned for this year is we are going to get out on the bike. We are going to go on an 8-day motorcycle camping trip, but we're not going to stay in the same park. We're going to do a couple of days here, a couple of days there, a couple of days there, and a couple of days there. Yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to travel all around the state and see different things. I'm excited. I really am. And with this big, huge tent, what's that Queen song? Won't stop us now. All right, guys, so that pretty much covers up my basically first impressions and setup of the Coleman Hooligan 4 tent. It's big, it really is, and for one person that is going to be a palace. Now, the pros and cons to having a large tent like this when you're by yourself is that it does not trap the body heat in like a smaller tent would. But the plus side is you get all that extra room to store your gear. You don't have to keep falling over things and tripping over things and, you know, stuff like that. You can actually get in and out without having to step on your sleeping pad or your sleeping bag or anything else. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see how it goes. Can't wait, can't wait. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you don't, hit the thumbs down. I really don't care. It still helps the channel. But this is Mark saying thank you so much for watching, and always believe you can do it, that you can go out for that adventure and you can achieve what you dream. Bye, guys.